Welcome back to another wonderful Wednesday of Skull and Shackles. It's exciting to be able to play again, and I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Hope everyone got nice and fat like me.
I know I did.
Yes. Okay, so when we last left off, everyone had just thought they came in second for the Free Captain's Regatta. We had an excellent race, but after it was all said and done, and Captain Harrigan won, come to find out he violated the rule set. He
I can't
actually
believe it.
interfered. I know, right? He interfered with the barnacled bitch, which led to the second place crew coming in first, which was you all. So, you all won the regatta, won a potential seat on the Pirate Council, and won your own lordship of an island.
Wait, potential?
Ooh.
I thought it was
Ah.
guaranteed.
Well, that's what we're getting ready to come into contact to find out. So, this is kind of a special type session because we are officially at the halfway point. Now, with the way this game has went, you all started off as the lowly swab. You know, you got press ganged into being on probably one of the worst possible crews you could be on in the fucking Shackles, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I can agree.
Yeah, from that, you all had to go from learning the ropes of how to be a pirate to getting up, your sea legs and the combat and being able to survive under the worst of conditions to eventually leading your mutiny against Harrigan, which eventually led you all going to an uninhabited island where you ran into some nice, fish monsters, the whale, if we'll take a trip down memory lane for a second. Yeah, here's some fun things to remember. We fought some great ghouls on that island. Remember these ship's wars?
A ship's whore.
Did you say the whale? You mean the Girthylo?
Oh, how could I ever call him the wrong thing?
I was thinking about the time we fought a whale.
The Girthylo.
Thank you. Canon is important.
It is. My mistake, my lord. My mistake.
Watch your ass.
We also, where is she at? We also had our first time seeing the Brine Brood Queen.
Ah, yes.
What an awful, awful thing.
That
Isn't that
coward.
bitch that killed me?
No.
No. But you decimated the whale, if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember.
Girthylo.
The Girthylo. And you also made quite a few friends while you were on that ship the initial time. Some of those being good old Ambrose Fishguts Croup.
Oh, yes, actually, I love it.
And
got a chicken egg.
his beloved companion Pecker. We also have Conkabar Shortstone. Conkabar was a beloved gnome that had a dueling rivalry with Corliss, which, thanks to default, he ends up winning in the long run.
Get that bitch.
Well,
We also have Johnny Sims, aka Crimson Cogward.
That boy's got every job possible.
I mean, like for now, he's a pirate. I mean,
No
I'm sure
joke.
next time you see him, he'll be a fucking doctor.
No joke.
Well, he'll be fucking.
I've
but
been
I mean,
fucking trying to find someone in Iron Gods that looks kind of like Johnny Sins, just to say he's also in there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, like it's just Iron Gods is so full of robots and fucking aliens and shit, and I can't find any.
I can't wait for you to find one eventually. Yeah, use his exact art.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, just like draw like a robotic eye or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah. You also can't forget about the beloved halfling, Rosie Cuswell.
that. Beloved.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
The reason
and-
they call it Cusswell.
like her.
We also had man, I just can't even. I don't even have words for him. Mr. Plug,
I hate him.
I've got words for them.
Yeah.
Corpses.
and the thing is,
That too.
More like
Mr. Plug was the first mate of Owlbear, or actually not Owlbear, but of Harrigan, and unfortunately was the reason that the beloved namesake of the ship that you all are on, Owlbear Hartshorn, passed.
Yeah, he murdered him.
That was kind of the true go. Like that was one of the main reasons. Like you all were kind of like a vagabond, group of just ne'er-do-well pirates. But I think the death of Albert really solidified that current party as, the Hump Day Corsairs.
Yeah.
And back then we still had our beloved Corliss and Doug. We can't forget Doug and Takeda.
That bitch.
And then we went to the second book. You know what? We'll do it this way. We started. We'll take a real stroll down memory lane while we're recanting.
Mm-hmm.
We started with the Wormwood Mutiny, and there's that beautiful bastard Harrigan on the cover. He's a nice, friendly fellow. That's a real pirate right there.
Yeah, I can agree to that. He's an actual factual pirate.
Yeah, that is a skullduggery pirate through and through. Then we went to Raiders of the Fever Sea. This was a great book where you all kind of got to get your first true taste of piracy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go after shipping vessels, which eventually led you to getting to Tidewater Rock. Tidewater Rock was a lot of fun. You got to have a mini base that you all, more or less, instead of like making it to like an actual base for yourselves, made a vassal out of it, for lack of better words.
Mm-hmm. A serfdom or whatever.
Yeah, you all ran into some cool pirates along the way, some of which you've actually just seen recently.
What's the definition of serfdom?
The city of a serf.
Thank you.
Like, we have Captain Merrill Pegsworthy, a cool pirate that actually helped christen the Albert upon its time leaving Rickety Squibs.
And he was indeed worthy of a peg.
And we can't forget old Rickety Hake,
Fucking God, that nasty ass.
And then along the way, we also ran into the people who were on Tidewater Rock, being Royster McClay, who was also in the Free Captain Regatta on a little dinghy. He was just there to have fun,
Hell yeah.
Can't blame him.
Along with someone who tried to form an alliance and pulled a fucking gun out, Lady Agasta Smithy. Yeah, all hail the finest,
Praise be to her Thinus.
Throughout all of that, you also had a truly dreadful encounter when we encountered One-Eyed Corlin.
Grandpappy.
That was Eddie's true test into becoming, taking his grandfather's legacy and moving on with it.
Mm-hmm.
We also had a lot of just nice little bump-ins with some cool-ass monsters. Some of those being, if everyone remembers fondly, the Canopy Creeper.
I do not remember that fondly at all. That was a nightmare.
That was horrible.
That was horrible.
Remember this bastard? The Ancient Mariner? One who tried to
literally...
It is.
Yeah.
It is an aquatic mummy.
Oh yeah, tried to suffocate you by filling your lungs with water, right?
Yeah, it kisses you and flows water into you or whatever.
We also had a handful.
Kissed me and I was like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay, this is fine. And he blushed. And then we had the big bad of that area, Krellort.
That guy actually was pretty fucking Chad-worthy.
Yeah, he was actually a really cool final boss. Between him and the Brine Brood Queen, just being able to AoE the whole group down, he actually came super close, if I'm not mistaken, to killing Takeda in that room.
Yeah, Takeda was also pretty worn down from that the previous encounter.
Oh, fighting all of the fucking... Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They got a lot of lucky crits in.
Well, and then we had the third book. We're going to move back on to the book we just finished. Book 3, Tempest Rising. This one was a lot of fun because you all got to you all have proved yourself now to be despicable pirates. But now you kind of had to start making some alliances, give or take.
Doing our actual jobs.
To become an actual free captain, you had to start
off
by...
Gross.
Right?
Also, not alliances, friendships.
Friendships, correct. Now, if you remember, you had to actually prove yourselves as being worthy of being a free captain. If you remember old Sodok Goldtooth, the first mate to the Hurricane King.
We blew that out of the water.
Yeah, old Sodok, he was drunker than a skunk. I'm not even sure if he remembers the whole thing, to be truthful. And then, of course, you all had the fun run-in with a wonderful marsh giant, old Fish Pork.
More like fish dork.
More like he was dead immediately.
Like
He did not
Basically.
I shot him to ribbons.
last. To shreds, you say.
To shreds. We also got our very first look at Kedark Bonefist, the Hurricane King.
My
Skeletal hand and all. The uncle to our beloved Captain Lucy. I'm sure we'll finally figure out how that works eventually.
More like head dork.
Right.
Boner fist. I got nothing.
Along the way, you ran into the beautiful Tessa Fairwind, one of the pirate lords of the Shackles and a member of the Pirate Council.
my wife.
Yeah, yes. That we're getting to that point. It's gonna be nice and fun.
Whoa. She's not your wife. You're her husband in this situation.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, actually. But she kind of asked you all a favor, more or less, to kind of see if she'd heard tales of possible Chelish informants in the Shackles. Well, this took you all on a wild goose chase where you ran into some wonderful and colorful creatures, one of them being Slip.
Eddie's favorite NPC.
Another one of them being, let's see, Pierce Gerald. Pierce Gerald is one of the pirates you all fought in the barroom brawl in the very beginning of the book, if you remember.
I do.
We also ran into this bitch along the way. I'm sure that Josh T remembers her very fondly.
Oh, I thought
Carla.
I thought you were talking about the druid I had to fight.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot about her.
She turned
Where
into
is
a
she
fucking bear and then I smacked her
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, I don't have her actual character arc today, but Chandra Brawlin Bristlewick.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah,
Varkala
that
was
was
the sorcerer who had the rope trick going on, where she kind of miraged you all into coming into like a trap, in which she set fire to a ship right in half, and that was when the beginning of the end finally came for our beloved Wednesday Night Lizard Man, Takeda. And that one was pretty hard, like we lost Corliss. I can't forget about that. During the raid on Tidewater Rock, we had probably one of the coolest NPCs in that book, and in my opinion, in this game, that we just didn't get to see a lot of. I can't forget to show her. Isabella Inkskin Locke.
You mean
Oh, she was cool.
that awful bitch that murdered my boy?
Now I was going to say, it's bad enough that she killed Corliss, but she killed Doug first.
No, that's fine.
Well, and then we had the nice little takeaway where as Corliss and Doug were waiting in line to go to, wait for Pharasma to go to wherever she was going to team them to go, a nice little contract devil showed up and offered a little deal to Corliss, which he accepted. And it turned out, instead of Doug going along with him, Doug kind of crawled up on the shoulder of this contract devil and got tossed back an old coin that he had lost a little ways back. And I'm sure we'll eventually see what happens with that little threat eventually. But to bring us back to the present, you all did make your way through all that, which led you all to having us, for a little bit of time, a resurrected Takeda. He wasn't quite himself, though, as it turned out that he was under a strange curse by this bastard right here. Uthric Amaru, which was an aquatic aberration that I'm sure Scott Eldrell is very familiar with. It was all a fucking ploy for a long-ass time, just to try and kill Drell for escaping from the abolist home of Underneath the Sea. That was a fun fight. And thanks to Lucy was able to kind of fell Takeda there towards the end. But holy shit, did Lucy about fucking beef it, Squid. That was... Don't you fucking dare. Don't you even dare.
Pretty good.
Wasn't even scared.
That was legitimately the very first time, right before that session started, that I thought to myself, Lucy might die. That was the very first time. And when he hit you, he critted like what? I think 3 out of his 4 attacks.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
He got you down, I think, to like... God.
If what's
somehow.
what's the rule called? Massive damage or something like that?
Yes,
I love massive damage.
it is a cool. I think it is a cool rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like once you're past like 10 hit die, or once you're past a certain amount of health.
It's when you take a minimum
over
of,
half your health.
It has to be half your health and be a minimum of 50. And then you have to make a fortitude save, and if you fail, you just die.
The only thing that saved Maddie that day, I should say Lucy, is he wasn't able to get his rend ability off. He only hit with 3 of the 4. If he would have hit with the 4th attack, he would have got his rend attack as well, which only Gary that shit, man. It would have been bad.
Wasn't even scared.
But that led to our second PC death, which was also extremely sad. Takeda, he was one of the OG crew, along with Corliss, and he was kind of like the dumb, lovable oaf that brought everyone together. But that led way to 2 new characters through the time that came to us. Hera Kane. Hera is a kind of ill-gotten daughter of a infamous pirate captain who's, she's just trying to not get fucked by her other sisters.
Yep.
And that also led way to Morgan. Morgan had some definite information, and he's totally just a good little, busboy. He totally doesn't take people to like faraway plains of shadows or anything like that.
I would never.
I would never.
Never. But to finish this last little telling off, we also have this fun guy that you all met at the end of this 3rd book. The Master of Gales. Hera knows him because she spent some time with him in the beginning of the 3rd book. The Master of Gales is a truly despicable captain in the Shackles. One of the strongest druids, not only in the Shackles, but in the fucking game. He is a literal powerhouse. He is, I don't even know how to describe him properly. That's just how fucking cool this guy is.
It looks like
He
Gandalf.
was,
like
yeah,
pirate
like
Gandalf.
That's more like Pirate Saruman, honestly.
Oh, jeez, is he really that evil?
He's not like I think he's true neutral, but he fucking. So this is where I'm gonna give a little bit of a lore tidbit for everyone, including you all.
Give me the lore. Give it to me.
So in Pathfinder, there are tons of deities. Obviously, one of them is Gozray. Gozray is the god of like just the sea and the winds, a very nature-focused god.
The god of nature.
Now, there is a cult in the Shackles called the Cult of the Deluged Eye, if I'm pretty sure that's the name. But they believe in a god called the Deluged God. Well, there is no deluged god. But what they believe is the Eye of Mendigo is what happened when Eridan, the god of mankind, basically Jesus Christ Superstar, whenever he came down and was killed, mysteriously, and hit whenever he hit Galarian, the Eye of Mendigo is where he hit. That's what caused the fucking storm. Well, this cult believes that there is a god raising from his body called the Deluged God.
Ooh.
They don't know if it's, they're not claiming it to be Eridan, but they're claiming to be something more than Eridan.
Right.
Like an evil, not like undead, but more basically an undead type thing.
Kind of like that mummy we fought underwater.
Basically, yes. And there have been, rumors in certain parts of the Shackles that the Master of Gales isn't as loyal to Gozray as it seems. But as far as this adventure is concerned, from book 1 to 6, we'll never know if that's the case or not. But it's just, that old little sea shanty tale you hear every so often.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, someone in the YouTube comments saying that their daughter has been watching a lot of One Piece, and they think that the character that looks like Luffy is the coolest out of the crew in our game.
Well, I'd have to agree. I am quite the fan of Lucy.
Of course, I have to agree that I am the greatest member of the crew.
But yeah, that's what we're going to kind of start with.
He's only the favorite because Takeda's dead.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Takeda was hardcore my favorite. Like, I won't even be biased.
When it came,
I'm not even
to
like
his design, he was my favorite. He was my favorite to draw by a mile. Like, I just had so much fun, like making a big dumb lizard.
You know what? And we'll even, just for old time's sake, we can't forget about Takeda.
the best member of the crew is truly Ripper, because he's done nothing wrong a day in its life, and he will never do anything wrong.
Truly.
Ripper is the best boy.
You say that until he
He's
eats
the only
you.
one that has no opinion other than
And then you see him eat your fucking
murder.
gun. Like the lightning pistol. But we're actually going to kind of start. I'm going to give a little bit of a campfire story from left.
He got so mad he knocked out his internet.
So we have Edmund. Edmund is a really cool character from Galt that wanted to have a part of the pirate life. He was trying to follow in the footsteps of his, old granddad. And that brought him to the Shackles, where he became press ganged. And along the way, he has went through quite a few trials and tribulations, I'd say. I would say, would you agree, Luke?
One could say that.
Yeah,
For
between
sure.
actually fighting his undead grandfather to, being more or less kind of threatened by a member of the cult of Norgaber.
Yeah, so Eddie's whole thing is that he grew up a lesser noble in the city of Isarn, which is the capital of Galt. Obviously Galt is a place of crazy revolution where the nobles use the citizenry to just kind of help them execute other members of nobility that they don't like by kind of just whipping them up into crazed riots and shit. So he has always been someone who loved the concept of freedom, but he has seen what freedom does to people. Like, he understands that freedom is something to be desired, but it is not an inherently good thing. So it is a good thing, but like, it can also be a bad thing. Because, people are free to do whatever they want, and then, people might be bad and then do whatever they want. So he saw the girl, the girl who he loved and was married to very happily,'s family, including her, be pulled away to what he thought was the final blades of Galt. But apparently, members of the Norgaberite, the Church of Norgaber, the god of secrets and deceptions and shit. They've informed him that she is still alive, and they know where she is, and they're using her as a kind of threat towards Eddie. So,
Well, to be fair, you weren't exactly the nicest towards old Slip.
I mean, I don't intend on ever being nice.
I can't blame you, yeah. And then we'll kind of go to our next probably the newest member of the crew, Morgan. I always want to say Morgan, like Le Fay, but I know it's not. Like, it's not even like Morgan Le Fay, but anyway.
It's the inspiration of the name.
Yeah, Morgan. So let's have you tell a bit more about yourself, since you're kind of so new to the party itself.
Josh,
You guys gotta get a lot closer to the mic. We can't hear you.
Oh, he's getting something.
Sorry, we had food delivery. I'm starving. What was your question?
No, so since Morgan's like the newest member of the crew, it's better for like you to tell more about him than for me.
Oh yeah, Morgan's fine. Morgan's a good person, I would say.
Can you guys listen?
Good.
You guys gotta get closer to the mics. We can't hear you.
Morgan came to the Shackles seeking refuge because Morgan was essentially running from their old boss, who was a chitin. That they met in the
that's. What were you doing for him?
Against Morgan's will, because Morgan would ferry people back and forth between the material plane and the shadow plane, and Morgan was forced to basically be Uber Eats for a chitin.
Hell yeah.
So that was, yeah.
Except you delivered it to the right address.
Nice. Well, speaking of, like delivering things to your boss, Kyle, tell me a little bit more about Hera.
Okay. So Hera is the rootinest, tootinest, Vladimir Putinist gunslinger in the Shacks. Alright. She is the daughter of a very dead but renowned free captain who shall remain unnamed. but he was the captain of a ship known as the Leviathan, which is super cool. But her whole thing is she's got a magically sealed locket. She has several siblings that also have said magically sealed lockets, and well, the only way to unseal these magically sealed lockets is to kill the rest of my siblings so I can claim my father's treasure.
It's a beautiful type of thing, you know.
Yeah, it's about bonding. The real treasure is the family that we don't have to see at Thanksgiving along the way.
True.
And yeah, she's here for a fun time, not a long time, but
I can respect it.
Yeah, she likes being a pirate. She likes to do it the right way, or the way that she's been taught, which sometimes conflicts with the party because they're a bunch of fucking.
They're very nice for pirates.
If you've watched any of our stream, you will know exactly what is wrong with these people.
Well, speaking of what's wrong with the party, so Drill and Ripper have been part of the OG crew this whole time. One of the three of the OGs. And I gotta say, Drill has been while Eddie is, the vibrant one, the one that's the charismatic one. And Lucy is also charismatic in his own way and vibrant and colorful. And Hera, is also everyone's very, for the most part, very uppity, very talkative, very, just go with water off the duck's ass. We're going with the flow. Well, Drill is the calculating, the cool, the calm, the collected, the patient, the waiting person. And I think his waiting is it's slowly beginning to pay off. He's slowly making these dividends. He's slowly finding out how to be the dread pirate Drill. Am I kind of onto it, more or less?
Oh, yeah.
So you tell me a little bit more about Drill. So we've obviously seen that he was one of the only crew members that did not outright despise Harrigan. Right?
Yeah. Nah, I respect the man.
Yeah, a learning opportunity, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
And from there... yeah, go ahead.
Drell was born a slave to the Aboleths, which is why we ran into what's-his-face under the sea.
Under the sea.
And he only escaped after an assassin came down and killed the Aboleth leader, and Drell just kind of dipped off in the chaos and swam for his fucking life. He met Ripper sometime after. So, he's just been bopping around port to port, trying to get his life together and make his way when he was conked in the back of the head and, ended up on a ship. And he's like, you know what? Let's start here.
Yeah, and along that way, you've definitely made some we don't have to say friends, but at least business partners, allies. Common men and women in arms. Yeah, there we go. You also were able to have your first actual assassination. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
It was a small assassination, but
I
it was
it up just a little.
Yeah,
I only brought
it's
back a
okay.
finger. I went a little overboard.
Ripper couldn't help
And so did
himself
he.
either. Yeah, nice. But then we come back to the fearless leader, the man and the brains behind the operation, the captain himself, Lucy.
I wish that wasn't true.
You made your choice. You made your vote.
No, I'm just saying the brains, but none of us are much brighter than he is.
Look, Lucy, I'll let you go ahead and tell me everything that needs to be known. Tell me Lucy's story till now. I want to hear it from your perspective.
Okay, well, he was born somewhere else, not exactly sure, but he was dropped off in the Mwang / the Shackles in that area as a small child. And he was told by his father that he rarely remembers to get good or get dead. So I chose one of my two options. So he had to pretty much just raise himself up in the mountains / jungles of that continent. And he decided he was going, when he became of age, he was going to set out to sea and become the next Hurricane King. slight plans went awry. He ended up on a different ship he didn't intend to, but he did find a sizable and dependable group of friends that he could call crewmates along the way, which is the best part of that small little mishap.
Yeah, for sure.
After that whole debacle went down, where they were able to get their hands on the new ship and set out to sea, that reignited his goal and put him straight into the headwinds of doing what he set out to do, which was pursue the dream of becoming the next Hurricane King. There have been a few setbacks. He did lose a couple good friends along the way.
R.I.P.
unfortunately.
Ricky. R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Well, for Takeda at least.
Yeah, especially. No, Corliss was the most important. Remember,
That is
Maybe
true.
he's
To
a
Lucy,
musician.
Corliss.
he was the
no, he was the
musician
cook.
and the cook. He was the most important.
He made
Will
the
be
best semen pie.
You're
Jesus.
goddamn right, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Let's see.
The secret
What?
of the sauce I will never tell.
So, to Lucy, what would the captain say the most important part of the journey so far has been?
The most important part of the journey so far is
Or like,
that
what
we
has
are
been like the
oh,
the biggest or what has been like the biggest factor for you all as a crew? Like, what has been like, in your opinion, like the biggest thing that's happened so far?
the biggest thing that's happened so far. Ooh. Let's see. Huh. I'm probably finishing up that last big trial we just did.
I would agree, and now you personally get kind of a little extra reward as well. A little bit of hand in marriage, you know.
Oh yeah, I got a wife out of the deal.
Dude, she's
Somehow.
gonna peg you. She's
Peg
about
legs me.
she's about to give you the long. She's about to give you the plank, if you know what I mean.
I hope it's a peg leg.
Oh my god! All right, well,
Wait, you
That
want her
is-
to peg you with her leg?
Anyway, so this conversation, we have reached the event horizon of the
So-
point of this conversation I want to be on personally.
but that is kind of where, you know, it's always good to have like a little trip down memory lane to see where we've been. Now the fun part is seeing where we're going. We're going to start off. The reward has happened. You all have gotten the information of what's getting ready to happen. Lucy has also gotten a symbolic shackle that binds him to the Pirate Council, for more or less. But now, let's fast forward a little bit and go on to the Kraken. This is the Quebec, the big master of warship, you know, for the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, that thing. The Master of Gales himself. Now, the Master of Gales, as you all are on his ship, he brings you into his quarters, which, you know, is actually pretty barren. There's not a lot of stuff going on here on the ship. And the whole ship actually, surprisingly, smells mostly of, like, just salt. The way you would imagine the sea to be harsh, his cabin kind of reflects that, if that makes any sense. Now, he calls you all in. He says, where the conversation picks back up at, it's called the Island of Empty Eyes. For the queer statues that leer over its shores, of course, it is supposedly uninhabited, fraught with danger, and make that no doubt, but not that pirate of your capabilities can't handle, I assure you. You've landed a seat on this pirate council as well, but winning a race doesn't make a sailor a captain, nor a freebooter a lord. You'll need to show the council you can tame that island and make it your own if you want to claim that seat. And he's pointing at Lucy when he says this. He then looks to all of you and says, the lords of the council will come calling in 3 months to see if you're worth the honor that has been bestowed upon you, and they'll expect to be feted as befits the pirate lords of their statue. or their stature. Provided you look like you know what you're doing, they'll take your oath of loyalty and grant your seat on the council. If not, well, you wouldn't be the first winner of the regatta who failed to live up to expectation. He kind of stamps his staff on the ground, and the whole cabin itself, one wall kind of wood shapes its way into an open wall back onto the main deck. He says, "Take your time, but just know in 3 months from tomorrow, myself and the rest of the council will be there at the Island of Empty Eyes.
Oh.
I wish you nothing but good fortune and good wind."
Okay.
You all are free to say anything back to him or take your leave to begin again.
I walk away.
I give a
give him a
sarcastic
nod.
curtsy and walk away.
I realize everyone's leaving, and because I've not been paying attention the entire time. And I go, oh, no, it is. Are you leaving? Oh, okay. So long. See. What was that talking about again? It's like I'm trying to catch up to Drell and ask him what we were just talking about. Finishing my drink.
They're coming to get us in 3 months to see if we've done the job or not.
3 weeks.
Getting to get us in 3
No, 3 months. 3 months.
Oh,
in
okay.
3
my brain-
months. What do you mean? What? Wait! I saw the way you went it. I then comedically.
Trailing off.
if we've
like,
done
yeah.
nothing with it.
Hera
what do you
does
say,
ask,
Hera?
the Master of Gales. They say, so what's supposed to be on this island other than, giant eyeless statues that make me feel like I should be afraid?
Roll me diplomacy.
Fuck. Oh, you're shitting me.
He
Killing
looks
it.
at you and he says, "So the half-orc thinks she can speak to her master again."
I'm so sorry! And I stand too. I panic, stand at attention.
The island lies north in parts of the Shackles. It has no known settlements, but Chelish warships have sometimes been scouted in waters near the island.
Damn Chelish. Again. Eddie's gonna love that.
Sailors claim the island got its name from the large statues along its shores. The statues' eyes are missing, but some say the bare sockets once held enormous gemstones. Colonists that settled on the island once before and built a fort there, but they disappeared soon after. Some say a enormous treasure was left on the island, but others claim that they perished and spirits now haunt the island. Unfortunately, while I'm sure there is more information to be learned, that is all I know offhand.
Well, thank you, Master of Gales. I appreciate you divulging.
He just takes
that.
one hand as you're speaking and waves you on.
I run off screen.
With
You're always
eyes
right
as
next to you while
with
you're
eyes
catching your
as
breath.
blue as the midday sea or the midday sky, and just as harsh as the sea itself, he takes a look at you, Lucy, and says, "Was there anything else you wish to know or wish to ask?"
When can we leave?
He gives a small smirk and says, "Eager. As soon as you're ready. I would take note to stock up. As I've said, the island is uninhabited, and from reports, there has been quite some discrepancies. No one surely knows what is on this island or what there is to know about it. Be prepared for anything. I must say, you do remind me of him.
Huh?
That is a good thing.
Who?
Your father.
Oh, I do?
You definitely have the same look, although you are quite scrawnier.
Hey,
You
come
need-
on now. I'm just 18.
Perhaps some more meat.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna pull out a big drumstick out of my pocket and start eating it.
His mouth is actually going to just you can see that takes him off by a tick, just a fucking second, and he says, "All right." He stands up and kind of walks you off to the open part of the cabin that he made, And once you get past where the wall would be, he stamps his staff on the ground again, and it sounds like a thunder strike. And then the wall is like wood warped back into its place.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and at this part, you all can take your time and go back onto shore. You're going to have plenty of time that we're going to be able to buy and sell and buy. All the selling has already been done for you thanks to our lovely other DM here, Mr. Edmund LaRoe, Mr. Luke. So you all have that money.
Mm-hmm. Do you all see the sum?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll get to that part here in just a second. So we're actually going to say that this all starts off. You all will make your way back to Port Peril. Quite a bit of time has happened since you got here initially, and now, like throughout the beginning of Book 3 till now. So the item inventory did change. There's new things to look at, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And along with that, we'll kind of go round robin to what you all are doing and this and that. We're going to start off with Lucy.
What?
Lucy, while you all are going to be able to make your way out and into the town and be doing things, you're going to get a little call first to go and meet your, well, let's just say fiance before anything else happens.
Oh, Tess wants to see me?
She does.
Alright.
So you'll make the same little wagon ride there, and she'll bring you into more of a little private quarters, which seems to be more of a sunroom than anything, like a place where people would have, afternoon tea, that kind of deal. And as you're sitting at kind of a nice little table, she'll congratulate you on winning the regatta, and she'll raise kind of a little glass and says, "On the future to our alliance."
Yep.
Now, the ceremony will be brief. We'll have it before the end of the week. I look forward to what all it entails. However, I believe it is time that I revealed something to you.
Hmm?
She pulls out 6 different scrolls.
They're different positions.
She hands you the first one. She
On,
says,
like every frat boy's wall, just the different positions.
she gives you the first one and says, "Open it, please."
Okay. I'll
It's a
open it.
global warning.
As you open it, you begin reading from the top to the bottom. The scroll itself is extremely nice. Like, this is unbroken parchment with a beautiful red wax seal on it. And it has just like a form of like, just like royalness to it almost, or like just of like super importance. And the top. Go ahead.
I do have a legitimate question.
Yeah.
Can Lucy read cursive?
Can Lucy read?
Lucy's not ignorant.
How else would
Okay.
Lucy read the menus at restaurants?
Exactly. He has to know what he wants to order.
He usually
Yeah,
just screams the word meat and pie, but
Yeah.
But it gets the job done.
Intelligence was the same as
yeah.
Takeda's, and Takeda could not read.
Well, today was
Well, Takeda was also very special. He was a very special lizard.
indeed.
He was more of an upgraded lizard than a downgraded human. Like.
Like a snakeskin blender.
Yeah, basically. But to continue on, as you begin unfurling this nice scroll, the top of it says, "Of the highest importance to anyone in the area, be on lookout for this individual," with a large print "Wanted" on top of it. As you begin unfurling it, is a picture of Ripper. And it says 50 gold at the very bottom of it.
Pet.
And exactly, it says pet at the bottom.
It says pet with a question mark.
She said, and then she'll make you open each one of them up before she
I'll
goes
open
on.
I'll open the first one. Like, wait, really? And I'm gonna just tear open the other ones as fast as possible.
Yeah. So the next one's Morgan. It has Morgan's face on there, listed as, the same deal, like be on lookout for and be ready to capture dead or alive.
Oh, Morgan, what's the pose that they have you in your wanted picture?
Okay, so whenever Jesse and James introduce themselves, and
Oh my
they
God,
say
yes.
their names, and And James does that thing where he like puts his fingers on his
Like
chin.
the finger gun on the chin.
Yeah, and he's like, James. Yeah, it's like that. There's like a grin.
It
Awesome.
says Morgan 1,000 gold.
Darcy, you had a
Wow.
perfect opportunity to say Captain Morganing on a barrel, like, and you missed it.
I'm not the captain.
It's a
The next one it has is Drill. Same deal, all that fun stuff. Drill, how are you posed?
Peering off the side of a building, like hanging onto it. Somebody managed to get a picture of me somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just Spider-Man.
And it has Drill's bounty for 6,000 gold.
Ooh.
So
the
what you're saying
next-
is I need to do more crime.
What's that?
So what you're saying is I need to do more crime.
Well, you're new to the crew, you know.
Indeed.
but yeah, do more crime.
The next one is both have the same number of the bounty. We have the right and left wing of the pirate captain for the ship. We have Eddie and Hera. Both of them are worth 8,000 gold apiece.
Ooh, that feels good.
And then last but not least, we have the pirate captain of the Hump Day Corsairs and the captain of the Owlbear himself, Lucy, for 10,000 gold.
Woo.
She,
In my picture, I'm posed like one foot up on like a stool or something with my sword like held high as like I'm some champion of a crusade or something like that. And like there's clearly combat going on in the background that I'm supposed to be like involved in. But I'm stopping to like have a picture made of me.
That's amazing.
And you can see Drill in the background like with this what the fuck face because I'm not paying attention.
No.
Hera's portrait looks like that of middle school picture day, and my eyes are closed.
Okay, give me just a second, actually. Okay.
That's amazing. Holy god, that's so good.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's incredible.
That does put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Okay, and how's the captain looking in his picture?
Oh. The captain's gonna be standing on top of a barrel. I guess scarf in one hand and then just striking like, fist in the air pose.
Okay.
Is there a turkey leg in either hand?
Sure.
There has to be food.
He's actually
it's
too
Lucy.
fighting with his turkey sticks.
And there's also a lookout. And it's on the bottom of each one of them. It says all part of all under the captain of Captain Lucy, and it has like a Jolly Roger. The Jolly Roger doesn't really look anything like the one you actually have. But the Jolly Roger is like a skull and crossbones that has a blue scarf underneath the neck of it. It's like they just like know who you all are, and just knows that Lucy goes by a blue scarf. Or that's what he's been like. That's what his name on the Shackles has been coming up as.
Oh.
And as you kind of like look through all these and are like eager to look at them, Tessa says these are extremely well. Once you get to a certain position in the Shackles, the Chelish Navy begins to take note.
Oh.
I can only hope so.
Well, that's certainly
Which is a rite of passage for those in the Shackles. We do not display these loudly because, well, obviously, what is a pirate but an opportunistic person?
Of course.
So, these are only known to the Pirate Council what the actual true values are. Supposed to be, anyway. With that being said, I congratulate you all on becoming infamous enough to earn this title. It also comes with inherent risks, though. You'll be sought after more often, and will have to take more precaution if you come into contact with anyone that's from the Chelish nobility, or Chelish Isles. So, take that with a word of caution, but I congratulate you on this momentous occasion. And she's like looking at Lucy. I'm sure that's like just still staring at his own wanted poster.
Yeah, I'm just pretty enthralled that I finally got a bounty that's high.
She says, "Well, my dear," she stands up and kind of puts one arm on your shoulder. She like steps behind you and goes from one ear to the next. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave?
Let's see. Drell did mention something about buying something. And then Eddie was also talking about drinking something.
Well, I suppose we could have a couple of drinks here. As she kind of points to her bar that's fully stocked with 2 or 3 butlers.
There's a slamming sound, and only a dust of wind that is seen coming out of a hole that's shaped just like Eddie.
But she says, "Is there anything you'd like to do?" As she like kind of like gives you like kind of like that look, which I'm sure that Lucy is completely oblivious to.
Time to walk the plank, Lucy.
And he's just like, nah, I can't really think of anything. I know we gotta clean up that island.
She just
Yeah.
kind of gives like she like in her like she looks at you and you can tell like her face looks a little bit different. You have no idea what this like look means, but in her head she's thinking, "Is this guy this really fucking slow?"
Is he really?
I'm gonna ask her about the objective that we've been put on, cleaning up the island and stuff.
She'll just kind of like go. The island of empty eyes is only known to a handful of people. Only a handful of people that would even dream of going there. There's a reason why it's uninhabited or uncharted for the most part. For one, it's the northern part of the Shackles, which means it's the closest to the Chelish. 2, it supposedly has a lot of dangers there. Even though it does have plenty of good resources, I'm sure for that fact, it's so uninhabited. But there have never been any people to successfully, well, make any good fortifications there. No settlements there. And she kind of gives you the exact same little tidbits of what information the Master of Gale gives, except she does give one more thing. She says that some do say that there are giant-sized ruins that stand in the island's highlands. Supposedly they're filled with ancient treasure, but ravenous dinosaurs fiercely guard the ruins.
Excuse me.
Dinosaurs twice.
Oh!
Is
I
it
get star eyes when I hear dinosaurs. I'm just like, that's so cool.
She kind of rubs her chin a little bit. She says, "I feel like there's something else, but that's all I know, unfortunately."
Thanks. That's a lot of help, actually.
Also, giant size
I got another question.
ruins.
I'm gonna cast.
Yeah?
In 3 months, when the Pirate Council summons us, what all should I prepare for? Because I know the one.
She
weird
kind of
old
like
man-
completely ignores you when you mention that. She says, "Of course we'd have to come out and see you. Did the Master of Gale say that? Of course he did."
Yes.
Man, that's such tradition. She begins like rambling on and on for a second, which like the first time you've seen her, like her brain actually like at work. And she then begins saying, "They'll need something. They'll need something to keep them entertained. They'll need something to keep their attention. What about a wedding? And she kind of looks at you and says, "We can postpone our wedding until then."
Okay.
I would prepare to spend quite a lavish sum. That amount is truthfully up to you, but I would spare no expense. Everyone on the council, including the king, will be there.
Ooh, I love a good party.
Oh, so we're gonna throw a big party. Boom.
That, she says, I don't think you understand. That also entails their courtiers, their crewmates, their officers, their first mates, and anyone they decide to bring along for the ride. That could mean that any admiral under the council also brings their concurrent ships.
De notre roi Basis. If there is one member of the crew that knows how to have a good time, it is me. And I get the feeling that I might be able to whip up something that we find on the island to their liking.
A little butler walks up and hands a little white piece of paper that's folded in half, and he looks like the fucking Ask Jeeves butler.
Yes.
And he has his eyes closed the entire time that he walks to you, and he hands you the little folded piece of white paper and says, "I would recommend at least this much, if not more." And he he hands it to you and then walks away.
I open
when
up a little seal.
When you unfold it, it says 20,000 gold. And when he hears you begin like chortle, he says, "The pirate Hurricane King spends that much at least every night there is an assembly. Surely the new pirate lords, minted pirate council members can afford one night."
I stare at this piece of paper with eyes sinking into my skull and a giant dark cloud looming over me. Of course. This is no problem at all. The cloud immediately parts and I'm just here happy as a clam. This would be a battling kind of thing. Members of the Albert have absolutely no problem ensuring that there's nothing absolutely short, nay, perhaps even double of this.
Double? I'll make sure to pencil that in.
Be sure to.
40,000 gold it is. I look forward to hopefully joining my lady.
I'm
He
smiling.
pencils it in, and you see him snap his fingers, and the note takes on a little bit of an animated quality and turns into a little dove, and then begins flying in the direction of the Hurricane King's court.
I keep this I do not lose my smile at all, but shitloads of sweat beads start forming on my face.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, that sounds real good. I'll say double the price," and you're like, "Holy shit, he took me seriously."
Oh yeah, we're gonna figure this one out, boys.
We're so fucked.
Nah, we got this.
I look forward to this mechanic coming into play.
Hell yeah.
But I like to think that it was literally this whole time it seriously was just Lucy and Tessa. And then seriously, Eddie did the whole fucking Looney Tunes thing. He's been at the bar this whole time until that number came up. But at this point, she'll say, "I look forward to seeing you at that time. I am afraid that we probably will not see each other until our wedding."
Oh, how come?
Well, as a member of the Pirate Council, I have my own duties to attend to as well, my own islands to oversee.
Ah,
There are duties that call me and Quint, after all. And she gives you a little peck on the cheek, and she says, "Hopefully you'll be ready to take my hand in marriage. And believe me, she says, and there kind of becomes almost a venomous quality to her voice for a second. As the scene, almost the air turns a little purple. She says, "I hope that you're ready to at least spend some time with me, Lucy."
of course. Just name the time and place.
About 30 minutes after the ceremony, Lucy. And from there until we are ready to leave.
Okay.
She quickly corrects me to we.
Okay.
And then the whole scene turns back to normal. She kind of claps her hands and puts her tilts her head to the side and smiles and says, "Good. I look forward to it." Every butler in the room is sweating.
They can sweat with me. I'm amongst the butlers.
I imagine you give the butler a handkerchief and he fucking wipes himself down and then gives you a clean one. But yeah, at this point, you all leave, and we'll get to your buying and selling in a minute. If you can, go ahead and do you all have anything you wish to look for while you're in the Shackles, or while you're in the Port Peril, I should say?
Yeah. I mean, I've already got my.
Yeah, I know Eddie's already said and taken care of. Lucy, was there anything you wanted to look for? And I'm gonna go to the next person after Lucy.
I did have a question though. I asked it. I think it was week before last, but we didn't play last week, so it never got brought up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever happened to Takeda's belt of giant strength?
So, with the way that this kind of works, and it's the same way I would do for any character, those items are gonna stay with the character that's deceased.
Gotcha.
That way, it doesn't overinflate. Like the gold
Yeah.
that you all already have is already overinflated for what you should have at your level.
Yeah.
But
Right.
doing that would also just like overinflate it even
Yeah,
even
because at that
more.
point we could just like make money out of thin air by just making more characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's just making big suicide pacts, and
Yeah.
we're just doing all their stuff.
Okay, so who's gonna be the survivor of this go?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna introduce 5 new crew members. I want you to give all our stuff to them.
Okay.
Listen.
Everyone's a everyone's a fighter. Just
Yeah,
for
everyone's-
simplicity.
Now, the one thing, like thematically, that I will say, like they have no value other than to Takeda's father, is the heirloom swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them does have a fortune worth of enchantments on it.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that while that is the case, like the crew, that'll be one thing the crew, no matter what, will not part with. So says the DM.
I mean, I wouldn't sell them anyway.
Yeah.
It's I like to think that we have Corliss's hurdy-gurdy, and
Yeah.
Takeda's swords, and like
Yeah, like we keep at least one thing that has sentimental value, but
Yeah,
like
like
those things
Albert's
won't be
head.
sold. Like we have the
Doug's
3
drum
wax
set.
sealed clay ewers containing the ashes of the last 3 captains of the Infernus.
Yeah.
we've got we're building our own little small little
Like an
history
armory type
for
thing.
Their museum.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's very Justice League.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But we're the Injustice League.
But then we'll go to the next person. So Hera, more or less, you're kind of doing your own thing. Whatever you wish to do, there is no set thing for you at this time. Is there anything you wish to buy or like search for?
So the 2 items that I bought were what were they? They were minor items.
Okay, yeah, as long as they were under 8,000 gold, you just find them.
Yeah, and they were just for the sake of transparency, a slippers of cloud walking, and then bracers of falcon aim.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
Because I'm tired of falling down from very high places.
I think I
You know, that's very
Well, now I
that's
do that
very, very
myself.
fair.
Okay.
Because like the roper, I fell a lot. The issue with the lightning elemental, that sucked.
That was pretty rough. No one could have seen that shit coming though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that sucked.
Like,
So Harris,
okay,
like,
I knew the Eye of Bendigo was going to be a nightmare, even though that we were on the outside of it. But I did not expect it to summon a greater storm elemental.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing is like
so-
those weren't actual summon creatures. Like the Eye of Bendigo, just by its
It just
nature, it's a
shits those things out.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
just like the literal outer edge of the fucking like miles long storm.
God.
Yeah, so like Hera's like, okay, I don't want that to happen again. But the only other thing that I do, is I kind of bar hop a little bit and try to find any information on any of my really shitty siblings.
All right,
Just-
give me a knowledge local check, please.
Oh, that's one of the only knowledge skills that I have because I thought that'd be useful.
It's probably the most useful.
Yeah, knowledge level is always really, really good. You hear that a handful more of your siblings have passed.
Fuck yeah, that's the
Yeah,
less to deal
so
with.
it seems like it's really just down to you. The more you kind of talk around, it seems like there's maybe just you and 1 or 2 more.
Fuck.
And it seems
Oh,
like
no.
one of them is doing the majority of the killing.
Fuck.
It really is a Highlander moment.
Yeah, no, it's Pirate Highlander. That was the kind of that I went for.
Highlander.
Highlander.
Highlander. You have to throw
Nice.
pies, like bocce ball.
Aside from that, the 2 ships that there's not a lot of word about like their ships or the size of the crews or anything like that. But the one thing that is notable is that the one who's doing the majority of the killing, she spent the majority of her time in the south, like the southern reaches of the Shackles, but she is slowly making her way more north.
My shitty sister, Sue,
Is it a boy named Sue?
Nami.
Oh,
Shut the
my.
fuck up.
Fucking
Sue,
get
Nami,
out.
and Hera Kane.
I
You know
love
what?
that so much.
I no longer allow this fucking unholy union in
No,
my
I like
fucking
it.
Minecraft
I love
Christian
that.
Discord server.
I love that so much.
Yeah, and he has a cousin named Typhoon.
Don't give him any
Oh
fucking
my
ideas.
god, that's so good. I love it.
Had a
I'm
brother
scribbling
named
that down.
Monsoon.
Monsoon. You know what? You know what? This is it's been real and it's been fun, but we're no longer playing this game.
He has
Leave
a
Shackles.
No.
That's a safe face.
There's he has a dwarven like half brother. His name is Nate, but it's like Nate though.
Oh my god.
Or Nate. But yeah, no,
All
Fowler,
right.
that's canon.
Yeah. No, I actually like that. That's actually pretty good.
Look, man, I spent way too fucking long scribbling at my desk stupid nautical pun names.
Like that
I should be working.
She's your
Nice.
half sister, right?
No, all of my siblings were adopted.
Oh, okay.
It's a hodgepodge.
I like that he didn't give any of you the same last. So he was just like, no puns.
Yeah, it's all puns.
Yeah, yeah. All right, then second to lastly, Morgan. Same as Hera, there's not really a lot that's really slotted for the character itself at this current moment in time. So is there anything that you want to do with the crew, or anything you want to go hunting for, or
I don't have any gold, or I have enough gold, but I'm
You got a
gonna save
shitload
it.
of gold. I was about to say.
I'm gonna talk to Drell. I need more gold.
you're talking to the wrong fish person?
What
Drill.
other fish person do we know?
I mean, I'm sure you'll find out more soon or later.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let me rephrase that line of questioning. What other fish person do we know that we haven't brutally murdered within the first one or two interactions?
There's that Luckanoth matriarch.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
We saved her from the darkest thing in this game.
Yeah, actually the most fucked up thing in this game so far.
Yeah.
It was really fucked up.
That's the most fucked up thing I think I've seen in Pathfinder.
Like literally making the
I can
matriarch lay
top that with a
eggs.
couple things from other APs, but I won't
But
go to that.
yeah, but that was really fucked up. Just for like the second part of an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Hera comes up to me
yeah.
and is like, let's
No,
go
no,
get Moon-
not Hera, Morgan.
Oh yeah, Morgan. Morgan, what do you say?
I say, Drell, how are you this evening?
Thirsty.
I'm thirsty too, Drell. I'm thirsty for more gold.
Get a job.
You see, I was hoping you could help me with that.
Oh.
Do it over drinks.
Oh, I don't like this.
At the word job, fucking Eddie's bile rises in his throat for some reason, but he doesn't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you feel utterly confused at the fact that Drell's looking to go get a drink? Without inviting you.
That's kind of sad.
Over drinks, and I'm like, certainly, like a business lunch.
Right. I go to
Yeah,
that. I lead him down all the back alleys to a very special bar.
Yeah, okay,
What's the
sure.
name
Yeah,
of this
we.
bar?
It's unnamed for obvious reasons.
Ah, Nowhere Bar.
Basically.
See, that's a funny joke because there's a Nowhere Bar here in Louisville.
Yeah, in Louisville.
And
Yeah.
Gay bar.
Yeah, very. So, all right. So all of that fun little shenanigans happens. You make your way downtown. Walking fast, faces past, and you're homebound. Thank you. I needed someone to do that before I did. Okay. And eventually you'll come into a nice little establishment that has two twins that are standing behind a large, more or less kind of poster board. A lot of contracts there that are in sealed envelopes. And they'll start off by saying, hello. And the other one picks up, Master Drell, Master Morgan. How can we assist you? And the other one picks up and says, today.
We were looking for some work. What have you got?
I'm looking for a drink.
What?
You're right. Both of them raise an eyebrow, but it's like one raises the left, one raises the right, where they're like the inside brow. And say, a drink.
A drink.
Sure. One of them walks behind and brings out eventually what appears to be a bottle. And they pour you a drink, and a few things kind of pop out in the drink itself. And it falls into a mug, and they hand you the mug.
Thanks.
You know how there's a worm in the bottle of tequila?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a finger.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Excellent. Exquisite taste.
Keeps the
Morgan,
bloodlust at bay.
they look at you and they'll say, "What type of work did you?" Then no one picks up. Did you intend to do, ferryman? And they'll say, and one will pick up and will say, "Regardless of what you wish." And the other one finishes, "We know the past and what you have done." And the other one will compliment and say, "We simply wish to know what you want to do."
Well, if you know my reputation, then you know what my skills are.
They both look to each other, and there's no words, but you can tell it's like they're having some kind of like weird twin conversation. And then they both nod, and they'll say, "Indeed. The last we had been explained to," the other one picks up and says, "You're going to the island of Lost Eyes, correct?"
Correct.
They hand you, one of them picks off an envelope and hands it to you.
I
It
take
says,
it.
"This is the contract that we have given you. If you wish to accept, simply mark your place in the ledger. Details of the contract will be explained upon whether or not you accept it. You can know no part of the contract unless you accept beforehand."
I turn and I say, "Last call, Drell, if you want a piece of the action."
And one of them does say,
Without even looking at it, I sign my name to the ledger that he's picked.
they pull the book back.
Oh.
I would like to sign it as well.
They say, "I'm sorry, but the way this works is one per contract."
Well, that's no fun.
But the other one does say, "However, for Master Drell, we have a special," and the other one finished by saying, "request for you." They pull off a ledger that, instead of being the normal parchment look, comes from higher on the board. And the higher up it gets, the different looking parchment it is. Like, some of them look more regal, some more plain. They all begin looking different. They're not just like a regular ledger. They're not like a regular hit or a regular skullduggery mission, whatever you want to call it.
I
And
want to try and
go ahead.
snatch it and sign it out of spite.
Okay. She'll bring it down.
Oh.
Yeah?
I was just like, I heard the way you said that. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, Josh, see the consequences of your actions. The consequences of your actions.
Chaotic alignment, baby.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Yeah,
So,
but you're not
she'll-
chaotic evil.
She'll pull down what appears to be a very lush velvet, and it seems to be extreme. It's very soft, very quiet. You look at it and it just has an air of mysteriousness, an air of just solemnness to it. This is your leisure if you wish to accept it.
You've piqued my interest, ladies. I will accept and I sign it.
Okay. Well, the sign is always a prick of the finger with a blood mark. Now they'll continue by saying, "Oh, and when you go to snatch it, Josh T,
Yeah.
there's an immediate like you go to grab it, and an invisible hand grabs your hand, and you hear a whisper in your ear, 'Think twice, pale one.'"
I just want some extra gold. He took my job.
No,
You
I
are
didn't.
not
That isn't my
worthy of
thing.
anything but fairing. And then the husk voice lets go of your hand and is gone from your ear. And they'll both say in unison, "Please refrain from any abhorrent nature and any abhorrent tendencies. We are simply an underhand of the town itself.
Well, fine. If you're not going to give me any work, then I'm not wasting my time.
They say that is,
Word
that is not to the contrary. Your initial ledger is still open, but your skill set is different than Drill's skill set. And this is different. Someone has personally requested Drill for a ledger.
I thought Drill signed the one that they had out.
No.
first.
She pulled it back.
Oh, I thought he still signed it. Well, then yeah.
No,
See, I came here
yeah.
to try and do a duo job with you, but
Yeah, they won't allow it, but your original fairy job is still available.
Well, then I'll take it. Where am I going?
After you both sign for your respective ledgers, they say, as per it goes, no one may know of your doings. No one may know of your comings or goings. Only you may know the nature of your ledger. If at any point this contract is breached, the seal will burn, pointing to your blood mark in the book. This is a by-written rule, binding through not only word, but by magic. Reveal the nature.
I look Hera dead in the eye. That means we can't tell each other.
Or Morgan.
Understand that.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah. They'll
Oh,
say
well.
at any point this ledger information is revealed to anyone else, the consequences will become ramified and tenfold fall back on you. You do not need to meet the requirements for your ledger. If you simply fail to do so, there is no punishment. It's simply a failed ledger, and the person who wrote the ledger will simply write a replacement.
Very well.
I wish you both a very fair day. And they both bow at the same time. And that whenever they bow, the curtain opens up on both sides to let you all out.
I return the bow and I leave.
I finish my drink, wish them a nice day, and head on out.
Oh, actually, can I get one of those for the road? Those look delicious.
Did you not know that Port Peril has a no non-licensed drinking law?
No open containers?
No open container law. There you go.
That would be really depressing.
All right. So
Yeah, we call that drink a Bloody Mary. Poor Mary.
before we get to the next little part of this, as I am sending Josh T and Scott their respective hidden information, I'm going to need a little bit of RP from two of the party members. Those party members will be Morgan and Morgan. Morgan, you get to pick one party member that has to RP with you.
Morgan and Morgan, attorneys at law.
Well, shit. I'd pick Lucy.
Lucy, you had to do some RPing. Morgan will approach you with something to talk about.
Indeed. Also, Josh T, be sure to get a little closer to the mic, my guy.
Is that better?
That's a little better, yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna see you approach you, mate. I'm just gonna run up to you. It's like, Morgan, look! We finally got our wanted posters. I'm gonna hand you yours.
At least they got my good side. But 1,000 gold?
Oh, and Tess said not to let anyone see them.
Well, you let me see them.
Well, it's you. She meant anyone else, because, you know.
How can I
Bounty.
resist? I mean, it's my first bounty poster. I look wonderful.
Yeah, look at mine. I'm gonna put mine right in your face.
It's like 10,000 gold?
Yeah.
Your crew is full of surprises. Also, I imagine, like, I wanted to remark on something. I imagine, like, where we're talking back, Morgan looks over to the posts for the ring that's probably been out of use for a while, and he says, why do you have a fighting ring that you don't seem to use?
Oh, we used to have brawls on the ship. to, figure out who was the champ.
Yes, and why did you stop?
Oh, it's because we have a champ.
Oh.
And I'm gonna point over to one of the corners, and you'll see the belt hanging on the corner, and one of the swords is sitting there with it.
Aww.
Oh, how touching.
That's beautiful.
Well, be ashamed to let it go to waste. It is a beautiful ring. I'll tell you what. Next time when we come back from this island, I'll give you a go.
I mean, we'll be
Oh?
spending several days adrift at sea.
But Morgan had a lot of he's got that Batman pre-prep he's got to do.
Yeah. I gotta drop all my buffs.
Yep, going to Aeons on goal list, All right, so I have sent you your Shashi and Messenger. Don't let Kyle see it.
See it.
And I drill. Here is.
If he sees it, you die.
Oh, is that the consequence?
Ah.
Let me see it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, Roll20 fucked up.
Lemon.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunate. Yeah, it sent him a silent message and sent that out loud, but that's okay. So that's what Drells is for everyone who just saw that.
What?
Oh God.
I'll forget it from my mind. Don't worry. Let me just finish this drink and I'll chase it with another one.
You might want to start checking them for poison.
Eddie's most powerful ability is his wild obliviousness.
However, there is also a name at the bottom of that. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Because it literally just sent Drell a silent message and then put that in the separate message after that.
Did you hit shift enter while typing it out? I don't know then. I know that if you try and send a private message, how you say it, and you return and then send it where it's returned a few times, only the first line will be private.
That's weird. But anyway, so there's the name on the bottom of the contract, Drell. Well, that is unfortunate that got shared out loud. But Drell knows the secret part of what makes that funny.
Now it's like dramatic irony.
I can have a guess, but
Yeah. Damn. That's so fucking unfortunate.
Yeah, it's okay.
But don't worry. I'm not giving Drell something that is going to actually happen.
That's kind of the thing, isn't it? Is that maybe it does.
God, I hope it does.
I kind of hope it does, honestly.
Oh my.
Nah,
Luke, in real life, if you ever get tired of playing Eddie, tell me.
no. That there is a very obvious, there is a somewhat not so obvious means to, if you can figure out the right way to solve this puzzle, and I'll point to Vena and let her show the Wheel of Fortune, And if you can solve this little puzzle of this little ledger that Drell got, perhaps you can figure out a way to pay for your little rendezvous that you have in 3 months.
Oh, I just realized the fucking... that's the exact amount of gold that he needs for the thing he wants.
So there's perhaps a way that maybe someone can be cheeky if you can figure out a way to do it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you just
Eddie.
stab him in the neck.
No, he doesn't. Listen. I hate that I had to explain this right now because I really didn't want to have to do it. But Eddie has to die. He doesn't have to die.
He has to die. He doesn't have to stay dead.
No. You're not hearing me. It's like he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. He just has to die. He doesn't have to die.
Look, man. Look,
You can
Drell,
fake my
man.
death.
Or we
have
just
to cut
let.
his hair and change his name.
Or,
Edmund
Impossible.
LaRoe just has to die. You know, what is the name?
Good luck convincing me to change my name.
No. It doesn't think you have to, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
perhaps
I
you
get
all
what you're
could-
saying, but like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
just like another level to that.
Or
Yeah.
we just wait about 10, 15 years and let the rampant alcohol abuse take its toll.
you forget he's a valiant works for Caden Kelly.
Yeah,
And
Caden protects my liver.
Oh no!
his liver at the best is golden right now.
This thing is a fucking steel trap.
You could just make him die in combat and make it look like an accident.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
No. So that is the fun part that's getting ready to be found out. It was supposed to be meant just for Drell, but unfortunately, it's a nice little thing for everyone to wonder about now. So we'll just have to, say it's close enough for Jazz and go on.
There's also the mystery of the other message that wasn't seen.
Yeah, if I don't know why. Like, so literally the message was blank. That message, and then the rest of the message was still in the fucking like spot to send.
That's weird.
Yeah, I literally have no idea like why I got segmented the way it did, but I'm extremely thankful that the fucking name didn't get sent of all that.
I can. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see it.
Yeah. Obviously, the party doesn't know this. Only
Right,
Drill's
right,
supposed to know that in game.
I'm gonna just forget.
But and then you just sleep in your night, and it's like, what if Scott actually does kill me?
And then I just like leave the channel.
But to continue on, everyone's going to have time to do their buying and selling. The last one is Drill. Drill, is there anything you're wanting to buy, or are you just saving?
I am going to buy some things.
Okay.
Is
Is there anything you have to actually look for?
No. A wand
Okay.
of Cure Light Wounds and 2
Okay.
invisibility potions.
Good choices. All right. Sounds good enough for me.
And some
Now-
odorless, tasteless poisons.
We're gonna get all Princess Diaries in here, Have a battle of wits.
Oh no, I've already got a lot of odorless, tasteless poisons on me. I've got tons of Ripper Venom, and I'm talking shit tons of Ripper Venom. Some Purple Worm poison, some Jellyfish poison, some
Oh yeah,
Shadow
you did get
Essence.
a ton. You got a ton of poison from
Yeah.
the alchemist.
Ripper venom isn't poisonous, so if he eats it, he's fine.
I can turn it into that stuff through alchemy checks.
Wonderful. So, here's where we're gonna bring this game to a close. It was not meant to be as climactic as that was, but it is. So, you all will have done your buying and your selling and your selling and your buying, and you all will have had a chance to start getting the crew ready. However, there are a few faces that wish to come up and talk to you all.
Oh.
Oh.
Before you all begin to leave, there are 3 different pirates that come up to talk to you.
Who is it?
Well,
Reveal yourself, strangers.
one of them, and they all come up at the same time. One of them is Captain Merrill Pegsworthy.
He's worthy of pegs.
He's worthy of pegs.
Aren't we all?
One of them is
Um,
your somewhat vassal,
Hey,
Royster McClay.
Royster.
More like oyster.
And lastly, one that you all might not be expecting.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, it's her.
Talking
What do
to
you-
Rune, Royster McClay, and Captain Merrill Pegsworthy.
She's the one that roofied us.
That
Yes.
was the character.
Oh, I say that. Oh, let me rephrase that. She's the one that roofied them.
Yeah,
What? That's disgusting. And I'm evil.
I am
Are you telling
evil.
me you haven't slipped a drug or two into an unwilling victim that's going to become a late night snack as some sort of seasoning?
Wait, how do you know about that?
I know, but how do you know? But anyway, we
River
continue
Falcons.
on, and these 3 have come to your ship a few days before you're getting ready to sail, like set sail, and they all have a proposition for you.
What do you want?
Bum fights?
For their own reasons, Royster starts off and says, "I must admit," he looks at Edmund, "I do not take you all for true blue pirates. You seem a little too naive, a little too well, green. However, my lady has given me my own free will, and I have chosen to make a name for myself. Personally, not as someone else's.
Oh,
However, I owe you all not only my life, my freedom as well. I would like to sail underneath you.
sure.
Okay.
My ship is small. It's no more than a very small vessel, I must admit. But it is my own, and I have a few capable hands that wish to sail with me. I would like to sail underneath you and, well, if you would have me, allow me to pay my respects as well every so often.
Of course.
Kalki Tarun then steps forward and says,
Can I do something with Kalki?
yeah,
I want to fucking knock her the fuck out from right behind her.
yeah,
So, like, she can give her a little is she gonna do the whole I want to join you kind of thing?
yeah.
I'm gonna knock her the fuck out like shortly into her like. So what does she like begin to say?
He begins to thank you all for beating Harrigan, and expresses just how fucking terrifying it is to be upon his crew. And seeing that you all were able to make your own freedom and your own choices, being only 14, which is only 14,
Do it. Knock her out.
says,
Teach me a lesson.
Punch a miner.
I wish to. Well, she's not like a coal miner or anything, you know. I mean,
Well,
anyway, she says that she wishes to follow suit as Royster with her own small crew and be able to fly your flag on her
that's
ship.
right. When I crack her in the head with the back end of my cutlass,
She
like,
knocks
just,
the
like,
fuck out.
pistol whip her with it.
You see Captain Pegsworthy kind of gulp when you do that.
I like have this like big angry anime face, like big like white circle eyes with like the little angry anime vein on my forehead. See, how do you like that now? Huh? It doesn't feel so good when you're on the receiving end of it, no?
She just has like the fucking like stars and birds going around her head right now.
I say, have you brought them to our ship? We will put out to work up something. I don't know. I'm gonna like follow a group of people who are carrying her off.
She has her own ship, Eddie.
I ignore you.
Conscious is really
I'm
bad.
gonna look-
He's just ignoring you.
I'm gonna look down and be like, oh, she's unconscious. Anyway, what'd you need, Peggy?
Pegsworthy says he kind of hoists that long sword, or his bastard sword, I'm sorry, up on his shoulder and says, "You all have come quite some way since I helped christen your own ship. It amazes me that in such a short time, just a couple months it seems like, you all have not only made a name for yourselves, but a higher name than one I have.
Of course.
And
I'm
it's-
aiming to become the king of these lands or islands.
Well, I would
Wait a
have
minute.
to agree. It seems that you are truly someone that could go far in the shackles, and I want to sail underneath you."
Sure.
He nods his head and he'll say, "I'll make sure to send my own form of filthy every so often."
Oh, need to do the whole share a drink thingy.
Yeah, and that's what they're all like here to do.
Yeah. We have to wake her up, so I'll grab her by the collar and just go.
No. She's out. I'm gonna like puppeteer her hand, and she's just gonna like slump to the side as I like.
He's gonna weekend at Bernie's.
You know, weekend at Bernie's, woman.
Excellent. I'm so into it.
There's gonna be a little splash of like alcohol onto her unconscious face.
But the three of them,
Morgan's like, oh, I love a good weekend at Bernie's, and gets under her.
Harris just like, this is the crew. This is the one that I picked.
We're the best pirates ever.
they all hoist a drink, and Eddie does the same with her.
Yeah, I'm holding her hand up so that she holds up a drink.
Two of them, it would be three in unison, but only two of them in unison say, "From this drink, from one low man to one high man."
No, I'm also like pantomiming her mouth and like trying to speak with like a like goofy ass accent.
Yeah, they'll say, "We share a drink as friends, but also a drink with our captain. and then they all all of you clink cups, and they'll all say, "To a long life and a life of plunder," and then they all begin drinking.
I drink
As I'm guessing. Excellent. All right.
I then refill her cup and then drink it again.
Beautiful. At this point, they all kind of look to you all and they say, "Do you have... What flag should we sail?"
Well, Captain.
They say, "Do you have a simple design?"
Well, we've got the one that's on the wanted posters, but didn't we have a Jolly Roger? Pretty sure we did, didn't we?
Yeah. We're the Hump Day Corsairs, and we have the what you call it? It's that one fucking "Here Come That Boy" thing. That meme.
Oh,
Yeah. No, because it's on Wednesday. We have a frog.
Yeah, it's the Wednesday, my dude.
It's the Wednesday, my dude frog. It's
He's
the
wearing
pirate
like a
one.
pirate.
Yeah, the pirate. It's Wednesday, my dude's meme.
hey, Fowler, could I spend a
Yeah?
hero point to make a narrative declaration?
Yes.
Okay. I believe I have one.
Also, if you look in the Wednesday night game, this is the flag.
Let's see. Oh, this is. I'll pop it up for the stream. There we go. Yes.
Hera-
That's our. That's our
yeah.
flag.
I'll spend it for this Jolly Roger idea that I had.
Oh, okay. So you're actually so you're actually making that a true declaration.
Yeah, so Hera pulls out, reaches into her bag really excited, and she's like, so I know we've got a thing, but I thought of this the other day, and I had a few made, and thankfully I've got enough. And it's like a Jolly Roger, but where the skull is an owlbear skull.
Okay.
And it's just the skull and crossbones, the basic kind of thing, but instead of a normal human skull, it's an owlbear skull.
All right, and you want to spend a hero point to do this?
Well, no one seemed receptive, so no.
No. I'm saying, if you're spending a hero point, then I'm 100% going to allow it.
I mean, I'd be okay with that being flown along with our flag. Because I feel like the flag should represent the crew, but it doesn't have to represent the ship. You know, we're the Hump Day Corsairs and we sail upon the owlbear.
Yeah.
The owlbear already has a figurehead.
Yeah, that's true. Our figurehead is an owlbear. Can you pop up our ship?
Yeah. Here, let me close
That
out
could
these.
be I know that could be the Jolly Roger, but I guess for the flag for the Alliance, we could go with that blue scarf one. That's actually pretty cool. So they can fly their own Jolly Rogers, but they can have an Alliance flag of that. You know what I'm saying?
That would be a good idea.
Okay.
To have people who are allied to us, they fly the flag of the owlbear.
Oh, it's almost kind of like a red herring.
Yeah.
Because no one's expecting your Jolly Roger to look that fucking dumb.
Dude, I love our ships so much.
Me too.
You're gonna have to go back and edit this file to have that Jolly Roger.
That's such a good idea.
Oh my god! All right.
Happy Wednesday, me lads. Yar!
So fucking
I
dumb.
like the owlbear skull as the Alliance flag. Can we also add the blue scarf to it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Kyle, I'll say that you can keep. We'll keep that and add on to it, and you can keep your hero point for that.
Okay.
But I do like that. That's gonna be the emissary flag.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what I'll say. It's you can fly your own Rogers, but here's our friendship flag.
Yeah.
Friendship
If we're
flag.
using the Sea of Thieves rules.
Yeah, they all say friendship flag.
Of course.
Yeah. So whenever we are sailing across the seas and we see the flag, we're friends.
Hagsworthy looks like he's having second thoughts for a fucking second, and then he's like, "All right, you've proven me wrong so far. I'll take this friendship. I'll take the flag," and he just takes it back to his ship.
I like
Dead
this
ass
trio. I like this trio of new like characters who are not ready for our level of autism.
Yeah. Because like you know like
dead ass, these pirates are like, oh yeah, we want to sail under your flag, and yeah, hardened pirates of the sea, have our friendship.
like that's the best
Dead
part
ass.
is like they've been doing this for quite some time and have like slowly made a name for themselves. Whereas like Kalki, you know, she's just been like the cabin girl for Harrigan for since she was little. You know,
And then we show
like
up out of nowhere and we're
Out of
already
fucking left
sailing
field.
past them by miles.
yeah, like you all like within like 3.5 to 4 months have just like fucking whipped out that iron cock and just shoved it everywhere. I mean,
Hell yeah.
pretty nice, pretty nice. But they'll, make swear their felties and everything like that, and on about their own business they'll go. But then we'll kind of fast forward a little bit. You all will be able to get, any supplies you want aside from what you've gotten, and you'll make your way north, following the chart of the fair winds that you have gotten.
Ooh, pull the world map.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one thing I did want to.
So where's
There's
the
one
island?
thing I wanted to spend some money on, if that wouldn't be too much of a problem.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I wanted to. I don't know. Okay, I'll discuss this with the crew first. Let me see. Whenever the crew is together at any point during all of this, sometime throughout, like the day or two, while we're all together, maybe when we're eating dinner, I'll say, Captain, I have a question.
Hmm?
Seeing that I have not had as much alcohol today and I am having a small moment of clarity, would it not be a good idea to hire a few helpers upon arriving at the island?
And the moment you say that, you hear a wolf whistle come from one of your crewmates. And that's when you realize that you all have your own, NPC crew as well. We've already shown them one time before, but, Croup and the rest of the crew. Rosie Cuswell actually is the one that gives a huge wolf whistle and says, "Hey, Captain! We got some more volunteers!" Everyone, whenever all 5 of you go and look over the edge of the owlbear, your current crew is around 50 people, between NPCs and you all and that kind of shit. Well, there's about 50 other people outside the ship.
Oh shit!
All of these people, young and old, man, woman alike, elf, dwarf, human, halfling, gnome, all of them have witnessed firsthand over the last month the Hump Day Corsairs, and they want to sign your ledger.
Captain, I think it is happening.
What's happening?
I don't know, but it's happening.
One of them steps forward and says, "We've heard and seen the deeds of Captain Lucy. We've seen his first mates, his first officers. We've heard the tales of your losses, your triumphs, and the despicable things you've done along the way. We wish to sign our names to your ledger, for better or for worse, and in death only will we part." And all of them give a fucking hearty, "Aye!"
Well, hell yeah. Cool. Well, that solves that problem.
Yep.
Holy shit. So we have...
You have a literal full crew now.
Yeah, so wait, hang on. So we have 100 people?
Including you all, your NPCs, and the crew you already have. You now have a total crew of 100.
Holy shit.
And we have 4 ships.
Currently, you have 3 other ships down underneath of you all. The largest of those being Pegsworthy's, which has about 20 people on it. Royster's has just a handful, and same with Kalki. Those two are more like little dinghies.
Are those part of our quote-unquote crew, or is this just
They're
our
not.
crew?
This is your crew.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck yes.
Yeah, you all are starting to actually... you're...
Oh god,
Getting-
what's that? What's that? That that nation that you can play as in Civ that's all about traveling the seas with like giant groups of people?
Oh,
Fuck me, I'm just falling apart mentally
Maori?
right now. Say again?
The Maori.
Yeah, yeah! Yeah.
Yeah.
We Maori now, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that
So,
like
yeah.
slap dance ready. Where you stick
They
your
are
tongue out at the end
all-
of it.
everyone's
haka?
ready.
Yeah, I'm aware. I just
I
wanted to,
love
wanted to call it the
haka.
slap dance, okay?
Wait, the slap. Ham
Like,
boning?
like Bulby.
Yeah.
Colby!
Slap, slap, slap.
That's a deep cut.
Post Malone
Thank you.
looking motherfucker.
It's an old one, sir, but it checks out. All right, so but from here, you know, you'll have about a day or so to get your crew ready and together, and everyone understanding, you know, who's who on the ship and things like that. And eventually, after about 3 or 4 days, you make your way onto this island right here. Just to give you all an idea, it's this little island right here.
Bitchin'.
Which, in retrospect, I mean that's gonna be your whole. That's potentially your whole.
What do we call this
island.
island? What do we call this island?
Oh, don't worry. Currently, it has its name
I mean,
until
it
you
has a name,
conquer
but
it.
what would we call it? Like, I'm gonna be like this entire fucking chapter. I'm gonna be thinking of goofy names to call it. Oh, the music changed.
Yeah, give me just a second here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Should name it Penn.
Oh,
Penn
oh.
Island.
Well, that's not it. Penn Island. Yes! Yes!
It's so fucking dumb.
I
welcome you all.
To Penn Island.
I welcome you all to the island of empty tears.
Please, in the comments, give us ideas and please just type Penn Island.
I don't get the meme.
Type out Penn
Island.
Penn Island.
Okay, you all did it at once, and that didn't clarify anything.
Great. I want you to spell or type out Penn Island, but make no spaces.
I heard the sigh.
But I do welcome you all to the island of empty eyes. You all, we can call it Penis Land in a minute.
It's Penn Island. There's a difference.
So,
Is this what it
the
feels
journey
like
to the
be my
island.
dad?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah.
a couple of days. It actually is going to take several weeks. Because you have to go through a lot of different, like, you know, islets and everything else.
Sweet.
There goes half of our time.
Hell.
Oh, I mean, listen, this is a pretty hefty you know, engagement you're getting ready to embark on.
So far, we have 2 votes for Penis Land in the YouTube
Oh
comments.
my fucking god! Actually, kill me.
I'm so happy right now.
A high plateau forms the north and central portions of this island. It's surrounded by 500-foot high cliffs. This is a big motherfucking island.
Jesus.
2 long peninsulas jut from the plateau to the southeast and the southwest, and 2 sheltered bays offer the best anchorages, which was this one, and this one.
Cool.
That
This one
looks
obviously
like
being the
it's got
best one.
Some sandbars in it.
Yeah, that one's a little bit more difficult to get into.
But it's also the safer one.
Yeah, it should. It
But
would probably
anyway,
be a better idea to get to the south.
Scattered across the island, but especially along the beaches and the cliffs of the central plateau, are large weathered statues. And this is the last thing that you all will see as you come into view.
Ooh. Oh, oh.
Oh.
Oh no!
Hold it.
These
Oh, I
large
hate that.
statues are all around the island, kind of Attack on Titan style.
Holy
I
shit,
hate
dude!
that.
This is our what you call Easter Island things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Easter
yeah.
Island statues, yeah, Easter Island heads, yeah.
God, that's
But
so
yeah.
cool.
So that is the
Terrifying.
last thing. Yeah, you all were kind of getting hinted at what could be on this island left and right, but no one could ever make that last check. So I'm gonna bring you to right back here, and I hope everyone enjoyed the nice little trip down memory lane. We saw where we came from, you know, a little bit of what's going on in each of the minds of the crews, and now we know where we're going. So next time, we're going to be exploring the Island of Empty Eyes, or as our brains of the operation has so namely dubbed,
Penn
Penn
Island.
Island.
No.
The Hump Day Corsairs on Penn Island. Tune in next week to see what happens on the island. Until then, I'm going to give my own thanks from me and the Take 10 Gaming crew, and say thank you for taking 10 with us, and we'll see you next time.
We got 3 votes for it in the YouTube comments. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
This is what it feels like to be my father.
Disappointed?
Yeah.